going to do an unboxing video tonight. Just got done working on the wife's car, so a little bit of a mess. That's in another video. If you get a chance, please subscribe and like this video. And if you get a chance to subscribe, go look at the video. You can see that replacing that headlight video I just got done doing, and you might have already seen it if you all remember. So what I got here is, and I'm not promoting it, I got this as a gift, but it's a Gear Spreader from Sportsman Guide, and I got it as a gift. And what I think we're going to be using it for is to put some seed out and put small amounts of fertilizer out on the pasture and whatnot. I try to be as conscientious as I can, but at the same time, we got to get the right nutrients to the plants. If that means going and getting rock fertilizer, that's what we got to do to get the right nutrients on the ground, so our grass will grow good. But we'll get to it. Got my knife. We'll get this box open and see what we got. Run down some screws and bolts and nuts, and unpackage everything. I got some brackets here. Looks like a battery adapter is in the cover. There's a little cover that you can put on it to kind of keep moisture out of the hopper, and it looks like the instructions are in it, so we're going to get that out and read through them. It's going to be tough is y'all seeing black on black in here and it's dark. Trying a different setting on my GoPro because that's all I got to shoot with right now, but I turned my ISO up hoping that it can collect some more light where y'all can see something. I just got to remember when I do it in the daytime that I got to turn it back down so it's not too harsh a light. And all I'm doing now is unpackaging it. Alright, I got everything unpackaged. Got my bolts up here. Here's the piece that goes in the receiver. And you notice it's got a 1-inch square tube and a 2-inch square tube. My Gator's got a 2-inch square tube, so we're going to put it in like that. And we got this other bracket that sits down here. We'll slide it all the way back to this keeper right here, so it sits in there. We'll tighten this down and put it in the back of the Gator. We also got to put these couple pieces here together that are going to suspend the hopper. So this is actually the first step. That was just the easiest one to do. So got to look, and we're going to the deflector plate and the crossbeam tube, which is already hooked up. I believe one of these bolts that I had to chase down in the bottom of the box goes on it. And then we mount it to, crossbeam tube, which would be this, and then we got these stabilizers that are going to go down on it as well. So, and it's going to look like this when we're done. So let me get some hardware and we'll get this put together. hitch and the flat piece end. My recent hitch, see where it fell on the tailgate, because I might have to, I was hoping I'd run it off the back, but however it looks like I might have to run this off the front, which means if I'm putting it out in the wind, it's going to have fertilizer or whatnot blowing back on me. So this guy's going to kind of sit up here, and it's going to hit that tailgate. So that is not going to work like that. I would say if it could come all the way out, like on the other, using the 1-inch bar, it would kick it out significantly further. I'm losing a lot of play going the other way. And that's what it is. So, but as you can see, it's going to hit the back end of this thing. It might be I have to run this off the ATV, which the ATV we have doesn't have a speedo on it, so it's a lot harder to regulate your pattern based on your speed. So trial and error, I guess. Well, friends, I'm just not satisfied, to say the least. This bar could be a foot longer, and I think that's what I'm going to do, is go get me a piece of 2-inch box tubing and cut me off a piece about 2 foot long, drill me a hole in it, and then mount my bracket on here so it can shove the hopper out where it can clear the tailgate on my gator. Like I said, if it was on a ATV, it'd probably work, but since I don't have an ATV, I can go borrow one, but I don't have one. So I want to make it work, and I got a Reese's hitch spot on the front, so if you're driving along, you're in the wind, everything's going to blow back on you, and I just assume not have seed, and if I do put fertilizer out, I don't want fertilizer blowing all over the front of the gator here. I'd much rather have it on the back where it's catching a lot of mud and everything as we're just working around the farm anyway. So I'm going to go find me a piece of box tube tomorrow and get it going, but I'm going to just add it on to the rest of this video. This is just one of the little things that you come up that, you know, it just doesn't work for the gator without some modifications, so to speak. So stay tuned, and we'll keep at this project. All right. Obviously, it's another day. I was able to rig something up with the Reese's hitch to get this back far enough where the hopper wouldn't go. I'm going to put the picture in over here or here. Basically, I was head on a Tractor Supply run for this week. It's right next to Harbor Freight, so I stopped in Harbor Freight just to see what they had. They had a couple of different extension pieces. One of them being kind of a step up 15-inch extender piece, and then also had a basically got a multi-use hitch, which had another 2-inch receiver on it. And then I also saw a 2-inch by 1.25 inch a receiver adapter, and that allowed us to flip that original piece around and extend it back even further. So with that, I'm going to get it basically pan down so you can see it. I don't have the camera up high enough to shoot, and then I don't want to bend over either. So I'm going to pan down so you can take a look at it. We're going to get going on the rest of this setup. set up. There's a lot of weight. This gauge piece is heavy, so there's a lot of weight right here. So what I'm going to do is probably take this off, and we're probably going to mount it up on the rail up there for future usage. It also gives me a little bit closer on the cord. The cord isn't quite long enough, but if I extend this around, one, I can turn it on and off with this switch, but it also gets me closer to my battery. And that's pretty much it. I was going through the directions trying to see what to set the gate. So there's open, there's closed, to see what the gate is on the settings, but I really couldn't come up with something that definite, so I'm going to have to do some trial and error on it. Here's a closer look of how I got it set up. I probably could get by without having this double piece here, and it would stick up a little bit closer to the gator here, and it also would be a little bit lower, but one of the things, being higher, you'll have more carry with your fertilizer. It'd be more prone to wind, but there's like I said, there's less, it's tighter to the machine, and that's, I don't know, I hadn't decided yet. I could turn this back around and do out with this, and it would get closer where the top piece would work, but I don't know, I kind of like it with the tailgate down to give me a platform to work off of. So I'll probably go ahead and take this off and have something worked up on the bed of the gator there for the future. So with that, I hope everybody enjoyed. Like I said, this is kind of a real quick run through of putting together this spreader for this gator. I'll hopefully get some shots here in the future, so that of us actually using it. So it'd be a good idea to go ahead and subscribe, and please like the channel or like the video as well. And we'll see you next time. So thank you for coming by.